Hi, I'm Spicy Steve.
And I'm Tasty Trish.
And today we're going to do one of my favorite and my wife's favorite tofu dishes. Now, tofu is something a lot of people really get kind of scared about, don't they, Trish?
Of course they do.
And they have experiences with things like tofu hot dogs, veggie
Tofu burgers.
Yeah, things that kind of they eat because they have to, or they feel they want to. But a lot of the time they're not getting really a lot of great stuff out of it. And if you go down to the Asian markets and look at natural tofu products that you can then use in your cooking as an ingredient, as a substitute for meat, as a substitute for firm texture, soft texture, you name it, you'll find it's a conduit. It'll attract all the flavors, and it's commonly used throughout all of Asia. So the dish we're going to show you today is using just one form of tofu. But promise me you'll go down and experiment and look at the other sources of tofu. Trish, tell them some of the different varieties of tofu that you'll see in the market.
Well, you know, you have puffed tofu, which I love.
Goes great in soups.
Yeah, and hot tofu, pressed tofu, and even a fuchok is a kind of a beancurd paper.
That's one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, mine too. Which you put meat or vegetables in it and you roll it up and you steam it or fry it, you know.
Seen dim sum a lot.
Yeah, and soft tofu that we're working with today. And
there's even that dim sum restaurant we love to go that has a fresh, freshly made dessert tofu.
Yes.
That it just is like velvet.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I eat it chilled. Very nice.
This, what we're doing here, is a version. This is a cold tofu dish with 3 sauces. And all over Asia, they have different versions of something similar that they use their own particular integral ingredients in that country, whether it be Thailand, Japan, whatever. This particular dish is actually from my mother-in-law. So Trish grew up with this dish, and she makes it for me. We eat it with warm rice, in other words, hot rice. And, now I'm coming back on the rice, I have to watch out. But I love to eat this, and it's a cold dish. So
on its own, it's great.
Yeah, it's great as a part of a multi-course meal. Great on its own, and great as a sort of almost like a salad or a summer meal as well. So Trish, why don't you tell everyone what we got in here?
Okay, first of all, we have this ketchup pekat. It's really, really dark, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to drizzle some on the tofu.
It's a thick black soy that's almost like something you use to blacken your driveway. It is thick and black and molassesy. You put that for color. Then we have oyster sauce.
Premium brand, and I prefer this.
Premium means it's more concentrated, so this has got more concentrated flavor. So we're sprinkling this over it. Give it a good whack.
This is a new bottle.
Yeah, there we go. It's coming out.
Okay.
Okay, now there is a bit of sugar in these, so you got to watch that if you're diabetic or you're on a diet. You know that some of these sauces do have a lot of sugar. Now we have
light soy sauce.
Light soy is for the saltiness. So you've had the oyster sauce, which has the oyster concentrate, that's sugar in it. Now we have light soy, which is salt. So there's all the flavors and all those sensations going in there. Now what we're going to do?
We have
my
fried
favorite.
shallots. So this is
This is
made.
So yummy. Shallots that are just sautéed in oil and drained off and then sprinkled over the top so they're crispy.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes you can take this right out the frying pan and drizzle over hot. And so you have a little bit of the hot oil in there that reacts with the other sauces.
If you have no time, you can buy those bought fried shallots, but they're not the same. This gives it more flavor.
But they're still nice, aren't they?
Yeah,
the
they're
fried
still
red
nice.
onions, the fried shallots you get in a big container in Chinatown, and they're a good substitute. But the fresh ones taste the best.
And to garnish too, we have cilantro.
Fresh cilantro chopped up.
Yeah. And
some green onions.
Green onions chopped.
You see how easy this is? This is a very simple dish that you can whip up when you want to have a quick family meal. You could have this with another stir fry. And we're going to finish it off with a little bit of
sesame oil.
Sesame oil
Just
going over
drizzle
top.
on top.
So there's a little bit of oil in this dish, not too much. The sesame oil is really to bring out a little flavor, right?
That's right.
It's not cooked, it's cold, and it's just drizzled over the top. And there you have a complete dish. And if you have other sauces and flavors, you can do that as well.
Yeah, you could. You could put in a bit of chili if you like that.
If you
that
want
bite.
that,
Yeah.
that's right. And then, of course, cooking with tofu, that's a whole new other round to get into. But pressed tofu is a great alternative to meat because pressed tofu has that texture of meat. So it, again, attracts all the flavors in a noodle dish or a stir fry. And you think you're eating meat because of the texture, yet it doesn't have a distinct flavor. It attracts the flavors of the rest of your dish. And that's what this does as well.
And we forgot the white pepper.
A little bit of white pepper. Not black pepper. This dish is the way Trish's mom, or my mother-in-law makes it, is with a little bit of white pepper, just to give a little bit of a pungency to it. And again, play around at home. Experiment. Go down to the markets. Explore, try, ask questions, and delve into all the different things you can do with tofu, because I can guarantee you, you'll find it's a lot different than you expect. You'll be surprised, and you'll find also some really good healthy alternatives in using tofu in your cooking. For Shaw TV, I'm Spicy Steve.
And I'm Tasty Trish.
On the Asian Culinary Trail.
For recipes and information on cooking classes, visit spicysteve.com.